All right, today we're gonna talk a little bit about our backgrounds, about how we met and through which application perhaps that happened, and then answer some questions that we get asked a lot.
First question, how did we meet? We met on Bumble.
And if you don't know what Bumble is the app kind of like Tinder. And if you don't know what Tinder is, then holy cow. But either way, it's a dating app. You see the person's picture, you can see their profile, and then you swipe right. If both people swipe right and like each other, then they can start a communication. But Bumble is different.
Bumble's different because the girl has to reach out to the guy first, and if she doesn't reach out in the first 24 hours, then you can't talk to them ever again. Like, they won't show up on your feed.
So it's awesome for guys because it takes all the pressure off. The girl's engaged, so you know that if a girl engages you, she's interested, she's in. It has a possibility of going somewhere. So I think it changes the dynamic a little bit.
The girl, like me, I didn't even know how to start a conversation. Like, I feel like guys are way more creative at that. All I said was, hey.
That's it. So that is legitimately the first word that Sabrina ever said to me was, hey.
And I put a smiley face.
Oh. All right, big talker, here we go.
I remember our conversation.
Which is good because I do not.
It started off, hey, and then it went, hey, how was your weekend? It got bigger, and then I kind of replied the same message, and then it got like a real long message.
I'm a talker. I'm a talker.
I know, and I actually like that. Sometimes I don't, like with certain people, but I took the time and I actually loved it. Like, I remember I replied right back because I liked what you were saying.
See, my long replies got you. See? Reply long, doesn't matter. I just like to get it out there, you know?
Yeah,
I like people to know what I'm thinking.
You were cute, like he was really sweet. The one thing I liked was like he was asking a lot of questions about me, because I don't like when people just talk about themselves the whole time. Like, you have to have it two ways. Like, you have to know that they're interested. Like, why are you on here if you're not interested about me? So I just like that you were really out there to get to know me. So that was good. I just remember we didn't talk too long until you're like, what are you doing this weekend? And I like that too.
All right, number two is, where did you go on your first date?
He took me to Wendy's.
I did not take her to the Wendy's fast food chain.
His guy friends are like, what, bro? You took her to Wendy's?
I saved $1 and got a girl, so.
No, we went to Wendy's Sukiyaki, got sushi, and that's when I learned Dallan is the pickiest person ever. He has to drink sake with his sushi, and he asked for it, and they don't serve it there.
Listen, if you go to a sushi place and they don't have sake, you walk out the door.
And I did try and leave. I told him, I was like, we can go to a different one. I was freaking out because I was so embarrassed.
She was super nice about it. And we had already taken off our shoes because we're in this little booth. This was like this is like a serious sit-down place, apparently. You take off your shoes, get in a little booth. And I was thinking, like, I'm not putting those shoes back on. So I was like, it's cool. It's cool. I can do without the sake this one time. So I ordered my second drink. I think I asked for a blueberry Coke.
Which, who asked for that? Okay, I was so confused. He's like, at first he said, okay, I'll do a Coke. Do you guys have any of those like flavor things, like blueberry, cherry, you know? And the lady just like was so confused. She like gave him that look like,
that's not,
what is that, you know? And all right, can I just get like an ice water with lemon?
No, it was ice water with cucumber.
Oh my gosh, so that's
ice water with cucumber.
And then she's like, oh, we just ran out. Then he's like, okay, well, can I get a lemon?
It was just like, so basically it's our first date. I'm striking out one time after another. And Sabrina over here, who is a people pleaser, was just like freaking, now that I know her, I know that she was losing her mind on the other side of the bench thinking like, oh my gosh, he's having a terrible time. It just was terrible.
He didn't have one thing he wanted.
A single thing. I settled on water. Question number 3, how did that first date go? It went really intense, really fast.
It did.
I'm pretty sure one of the first questions Sabrina asked me out of her mouth, literally after I deal with like this fiasco of drinks,
I forgot
the first question she asked me, do you believe in God?
I'm embarrassed.
Do you remember what I said? I was just like, oh. Whoa. In my head,
you look surprised.
In my head, I'm freaking out. Like, did you just ask me about like?
Well, I didn't know your your background, like
my religious beliefs on like the first date. Like, is that not? That's a bit intense, right? Comment below if that's a bit. If you feel that asking about if somebody believes or does not believe in God is a big deal on the first date. Now, we do live in Utah. That is a big deal.
Yes.
Your religious background, things like that, is a big deal. But one of the first questions out of the gate on a first date, give me a softball. Give me a softball of like, how many kids are in your family?
You know what? I don't care. People need to just get to the point though. You need to get to it sometimes if it feels right.
Yeah.
It felt right with him. I felt like, obviously I felt comfortable enough that I could have asked you that. Overall, I thought it was really a good date too. Like, he was honestly really easy to talk to, obviously. I felt really comfortable. And I just didn't feel any pressure and I felt like he was asking questions. Like, everything felt like really smooth.
Ooh, smooth will allow me to put my hat backwards.
Okay, so question number 4. What was your first impression of each other?
Again, I was going back and forth between, did she have braces, did she not have braces, was she tall, was she not tall? That's one thing with Bumble. You really gotta take a really like a gamble on that. I remember you walked in and I was just like, all right, okay. Like,
long legs.
Yeah, long legs, look good. I'll tell you, I had a very good first impression. I thought she was beautiful. She was a little bit taller than me on the date. That does not bother me.
It was funny because when he got there, I didn't go, like, I was waiting a little bit for him because he was driving like far away. I was waiting in the parking lot because I didn't want to go in yet until I knew he was there because I don't know, I was nervous. I was really nervous. I was like taking selfies in my car to make sure it looked okay. I still have them.
You were?
Yeah.
I want to see those you have to send those selfies. We have to show those.
I think that was one of my first impressions too. I was like, oh my gosh, he has gray hair. But then I remembered, like, or not remembered, I had the same impression, like, I think I'm a little bit taller, but I had my shoes on that were like probably this high. And so once we did take our shoes off, it was fine. But it wasn't like a big deal, like, even though.
It was a big deal. She hated it.
No, it wasn't. I was just like, wasn't sure because I'm a tall girl. Like, I really normally am taller than a lot of guys. But no, I thought you were way good looking. He looked like a movie star.
That is how we met, how we felt about when we met, where we met, and where we lived when we met.
That's a lot.
Pretty much it. Pretty much it. Thanks for watching today, guys. Make sure you subscribe, like, and let us know, are you a fan of dating through Bumble, Tinder, or whatever in the world might be out there now? And what are your stories? Success, failure, funny, sad? We want to hear it.
I think I've had it all. I think you probably had it all too, right?
Oh, we'll tell you some stories next time.